Well, good morning. It's morning now. It's just gone 10 o'clock, and we have this strange yellow thing in the sky. So I thought it's nice weather. It's not the warmest of weathers, but it's still okay. I was going to take you for a little trip to Dartmoor, and we're just going to go to Princetown and have a little stop off and just have a little ride out, basically. See where the wheels take us. I'm hoping that the music that I'm playing through the Ocado isn't being recorded, so then I know for next time that I can actually play music and record, which is a winner. When we go past Yelverton and go past the entrance to Burriton Reservoir, which I went a few videos ago, there's a lovely stretch of road. Driving through the moors is absolutely beautiful scenery. Can't wait for you to see it. Expecting there to be a lot of traffic on this road coming up, and hopefully expecting to see a lot of bikers out today. Seen a few just a minute ago, but on this stretch of road that we're going to be going up in a minute, there's normally loads there on a nice day. So went out on the bike a couple of weeks ago. I didn't record it. I don't tend to record all of the videos, or well, not, obviously I record all of the videos because that's how you see them, but I don't record all the times that I go out. But me and a mate, we rode down to a little biker cafe down on the A38, past the old Route 38 cafe. It's called the Checkered Flag. Lovely cafe. The aesthetics inside are beautiful. They've got lights and light switches and ornaments made out of old bike parts, which is lovely. Our next biker cafe visit is going to be Jolly's. Jolly's Cafe, which is at Bobby Tracy. I've seen them on Facebook and it looks brilliant in there as well, so it'd be nice to pop up there. And we've decided that when I do get my full licence and I do get a bigger bike and can go on motorways and places, we're gonna just start visiting cafes around the country. Basically, we're going to do a trip over to Wales, do a trip up to Scotland, but then yeah, we're just going to visit cafes around the country. So this is a stretch of road I'm expecting to see a lot of bikers. I mean, when the sun's out and when the skies are blue, it's just so captivating up here. It's just, the scenery is just stunning. So me and the missus, we're gonna stop off in Princetown, stop off in a little cafe there, have a bite to eat. Princetown is also home to Dartmoor Prison, which is currently shut down. Not quite sure why, but not sure if they're going to reopen. But Dartmoor Prison's been home to some infamous characters over the decades that it's been there, and it's also been home to quite a lot of infamous escapes, people trying to escape, running across the moorland, not getting very far, and then bodies being found. Golf course there, which is funny because they got to cross this path to get to that side, and on a busy day it's not easy crossing that path. I have always found it weird why they split it onto both sides, but it works for them. Golfers like it. Apart from the odd bit of crazy golf, I've never really played golf. But I've got mates that love it. On a sunny day they're always at the golf course, or if not they're at the driving range. It's such a shame these cameras don't have smell-o-vision, because it doesn't smell very fresh. Obviously all the sheep and cows, and as Frank Butcher would say, oh Pat, but there's a lot of shite around and it makes it smell very fragrant, but it's a smell that's part and parcel with living on Dartmoor. if the wind's blowing in the right direction, we can smell it at home, which isn't always a winner when you've got your washing on the line. But to be fair, lately the weather's not been up for having washing on the line. So that was the entrance that we took to Borough Tour in one of my previous videos, which I wouldn't mind. I'm going to redo a video when the weather's better, because obviously I know that the last video I didn't really have the settings correct on my camera, so the video didn't look overly great. So as I'm getting used to the camera, getting used to the bike, now with a wireless mic as well, I'm going to start obviously doing redoing some of my old videos. Just double check it's clear coming up before I overtake. Always nice seeing children out on their bikes. Me and the missus, we've got a hybrid bike each. We've been thinking about doing this route, having a little cycle from home. So the route that I'm actually riding now, we're going to eventually do it on the push bikes. But the missus wants to wait until she can get a gravel bike, because she wants one anyway, so she can use it for triathlons, which we've got one in June, Mount Edgecombe Triathlon. And then there's also the Tavistock one, which is back for, it's not been on for 2 years, but that one there's a swimming pool swim, so it doesn't seem as bad as the Mount Edgecombe one. It's only the sprints we're doing. But yeah, I'm happy with my hybrid, but the missus just wants something that's gonna give her a bit more power up the hills. I have said for her to get a motorbike and do a triathlon on a motorbike, but obviously she said no, which is quite selfish really. Because I've got no trouble, well, I have got a bit of trouble getting up the hill on this, but normally I've got no troubles getting up the hill, whereas when I'm on my little hybrid, yeah, I'm slower than a 125 going up a steep hill. Right, here's that long stretch of road that's going from the entrance to Borough Tour to Princetown. Literally when we get off this road we're at Princetown. But once we, well, you can see the view now, but obviously once we get up past this clearing, which we will be in a second, it's just going to open up and it's just going to be more beautiful. A lot of bikers that do video vlogging have probably rode down this way once before. I mean, just animals are just beautiful. Me and the other half, a couple of years ago now, we stopped off, went for a little hike up to one of the tours. It's one of the tours which you'll see as we go over the brow, and she fell in a bog, which obviously as a caring, loving partner, I laughed at her first and then I helped her up, as we do. But just such a beautiful day, so over the brow and just beautiful. Got a few cars behind, but I'm not rushing to get past this. A few little hikers going for a little hike. So as we come back, I'm not sure if I'm going to record or whether I'm going to just whack my music on loud and listen to it, but if I do, you'll see the tour that we went up. If not, then it's the same as a normal tour, massive, rocky. But I used to go up tours all the time, and I used to love coming on to Dartmoor all the time, but at the tender age of 38, I think I was, I started playing rugby with Devonport High Old boys, and during one of the matches or training sessions, I can't actually remember, I got injured, tore my meniscus, tore my ACL, Carried on playing out the season, not realising that I had done both. Just thought it was like a pulled muscle, so I strapped it up, carried on playing. And then went for scans and everything, and they realised I tore both. And then went for an operation, and they repaired my meniscus. Didn't repair my ACL, so because of that, my knees are just battered. Even the other knee, it hurts all the time, because for all these years it's taken the strain from my other knee. So although I've started running again, because I was running before I stopped to play rugby, and I've started going to the gym more now, still doing climbing and stuff, it just hurts so much. And even now, if my knee goes side to side, so walking's alright, running's alright, but if I've got a twist, then it still just pops out. And I found that out when I was at work, primary school, playing football with a few of the year sixes. Did a little turn, thought I'd show them what, that Ronaldo's got nothing on me. Did a little turn, knee gave out, fell to the floor in front of them all. They all started laughing, obviously calmer, and then they helped me up, and it was alright after a couple of hours. But that initial pain and that initial fall, not only is it embarrassing, especially in front of the kids at school, but it's really painful. So, but next time I'm going to take my knee strap with me when I play football, because we go to a residential up in Nethercott Farm. Beautiful place. It's my first time going last year. It's owned by Michael Mapergo, famous for all of his stories. It was actually the inspiration, and the local village was the inspiration for Warhorse. But there's a little pitch out in front of the house where obviously once the kids have done all their work on their farms and they've earned their food and they've earned their playtime, they go out and play on the football court or pitch, and I'll go out and play with them and at least show them what that Ronaldo's got nothing on me, and be able to twist and not collapse. I say Ronaldo, I'm more of a fan of Mark Overmars, Dennis Bergkamp. That's my, I'm an Arsenal fan, obviously a Plymouth Argyle fan as well, but my era is Bergkamp, Overmars, Wrighty, Nauka. Right, so we've just done the stretch, we're now coming into Princetown. As you go, we get to the roundabout, so if you go on at the roundabout, you can go to Two Bridges Hotel, and go on, and it takes you to River Dart. Also it takes you to back on the A38, but we're turning here. This is where that takes you. You can go to Tavistock this way, but this takes you towards Dartmoor Prison. Right, I'm hoping the answer van don't stay there. Oh, actually, let's go in here. And make sure she doesn't run me over. And we're here, so I will end the video here because I don't want you guys to see what I'm eating. But we're going to go into the old police station cafe there. I do like it up here because, especially Remembrance Day, they do a nice service. You can see the Tommies in the distance there with all the poppies. I'm a massive poppy fan. But as you go up that road, you got Dartmoor Prison, and it's just a little shop with loads of gnomes outside. But obviously on the way, lovely roads to ride down, and there's also a nice hotel coming up called Two Bridges. Called that, obviously it's a bit self-explanatory, but there's two bridges to get to it. There's a bridge to get to it on one side, a bridge to get to it on the other side, so it's called Two Bridges. wasn't somewhere where we were going to go, so last minute just ride there, and then once we've gone inside we'll then ride back. Two Bridges Hotel. We do ride past it in a minute. So there's one bridge to get to it, and here's the other bridge that you can go over to get to it. Parking there for a lovely walk to a place called Whitsman's Woods. Me and another half walked it end of last year. Woods are lovely. We went towards the end of the year, so it was quite what's the word? Quite misty, and it looked like a scene from like Lord of the Rings when they're going through Fangorn Forest. But I mean, look at it, look. Absolutely beautiful. I've always said, you know, how lucky am I to have this on my doorstep, and obviously drive and ride, and I've got access to it whenever I want. This is Pixieland. It's just a little weird place in Dartmoor. I mean, some of them look really, really freaky. So we came up here in 2019 and we had a picture taken, and Mrs. wants a picture taken now, 2025. So what I'll do is I'll put both pictures side by side, just don't judge the amount of weight I put on.